Hello, I'm BXToyCat and welcome back to another video. You might recall my channel, I've made a few videos covering removed features from Minecraft PC. It's a really fun thing I did because it's cool to see what was in the game at one point but now isn't. However, it's never been too applicable to Minecraft console because of the fact that we're a little bit behind the PC. We can see if they've removed something and just not put it in that case, and most of the features we've lost on Minecraft console is because they've been replaced or they've been phased out because they're pointless. However, there's one massive exception to this rule and it comes in the form of the Void. So if you check the Minecraft wiki page of the Void, you'll see TU1, the Void is present, TU5 removed the Void by making it impossible to break the bottom/top layer of bedrock. So I figured I would address exactly why this is because a lot of people have been curious. But first of all, please do like the video if you do like it. It helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like it. And let's get straight into the video and deep dive into this investigation and why Void Fog was removed. So let's start by explaining exactly what the Void is. Sorry, Void Fog is something separate. The Void is what happens below layer 0 of the world. If you don't know, the world is made of layers, and layer 1, or layer 0, is made up entirely of bedrock. There's no way you can get below that. It's just bedrock, bedrock, bedrock to stop it so you're not mining for a cave and then suddenly you fall down and all your stuff, it's not even just, fallen near lava or in lava sometimes, it's just all gone, there's no way to go down there or you'll die again. That's, basically what the idea behind the Void is, and the reason that you can't get there is because there's always bedrock. However, there's one significant way to get down there, and the only way to break bedrock is to be in creative. So in creative, on the PC, if you want to, you can break below this layer and you can fly below the world a little bit. If you go, like too far down, I think it's below the layer minus 32, you'd actually start taking damage. So you can go like a solid 10 layers or so below the Void, the bottom layer of bedrock, and you can fly up and down the map like that. It's a pretty cool creative feature, and you can do some stuff with it, but it is mostly just a way to get below bedrock, and it's a cool way to just, finally be able to destroy every single block. That's what the Void gives you the access to do. If you want to fall out of the world and die in creative, that's something you can entirely do. So the really interesting part of the story comes from when you remove the bottom layer of bedrock at the end of a world. So this can happen naturally through some weird circumstances, but mostly if you use, any tool to remove the bottom layer of bedrock, instead of getting the Void, instead of it just being that bottom layer is unbreakable, but the Void's still down there, instead you get this bright blue glow if you do it on a new world, and if you do it on an old world, like I'll show you some gameplay in the background, you can actually still see the Void, which is really, really interesting. Old worlds do still have the Void, it is still there, but there's no proper way to access it. The way you know it's the Void is because you can fire arrows, and they'll generally go into there. So yeah, there's some really, really strange stuff that happens when you see this Void, and it does make you question, if the Void is there but you can't break it, why is there not access to it? And I can't think of many good reasons to that. I guess maybe they think, oh, if people are accidentally in creative and they break everything, they don't want to fall out of the world and die, but it's still very, very strange. So I was thinking back and I looked at the, everything again, and I was like, wait a minute, it was TU5 that removed the Void Fog. TU5, if you don't know, is the Adventure Update 1.8.2, which is when they actually first brought in creative. Before that, there was no creative, it was just survival 100%, and this is a really, really key point, because it means that even though there was the Void in TU1, there was no way to access it. You couldn't break bedrock. You could sometimes get glitches where there was no bedrock, but that meant there was practically no Void before TU5, and they decided, oh, people can now have access to the Void, let's not let them do that. I guess the logic behind it is you might accidentally on a super flat world break down, just fall into it, and that's not very fun. Like, is there any reason to go to the Void? Not really, and I kind of get the logic there, and this actually kind of is backed up by the fact that in the very few circumstances where you could access the Void prior to TU1, if you fell into it, you wouldn't just die like you do if you fall out at the end. What happens is, from what I can tell from my friend Sword King Ono who's actually had this, is actually what happens is when someone falls out of the world, it crashes everybody in the game's Xbox, because instead of, just hitting somewhere and then starting to die, you just fall until you start to break everything. So I guess, the logical solution to that is to, cover the thing up with bedrock, and if you add this all together, if you add the fact that it's kind of tricky for people to just fall out of the world, plus the fact that it was glitching out and, breaking worlds, it does make some sense to remove the Void. So as much as I'd rather believe it's this massive cool mystery, as far as I can tell, the story behind the Void must be they had it because, they're working from the PC version, they figured it might come in somewhere, then the moment people had access to the Void, it started crashing Xboxes like crazy, and they decided, okay then, let's just not give people access, there's no purpose behind it, and to be fair, it makes a lot of sense. Not many people ask. I've had maybe like 5 or 10 comments over my entire time on YouTube asking why the Void's not there, and that's probably because a lot of people not so remove feature. Not many people ask for it, not many people use it, there's not really much use for it, and that's kind of just an easy way to do things. It makes the console that little bit more friendly to new players, and I don't know if I approve it, but that's kind of the story behind it. I wonder if we'll ever get the Void back. Maybe if it does have some use on the PC, we'll get it back. But for now, I don't know. It's been over 20 updates and still nothing, so I'm starting to get a bit doubtful. But that is the story behind the Void in Minecraft console, and the only removed Minecraft console feature that is kind of an exclusive removed feature. I hope you did enjoy the video. Please do like it if you did like it, share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every single day on my channel, and if you have your own theory behind the Void, let me know down below. Because I like hearing what you guys have to say sometimes, because sometimes it's just like, oh yeah, that makes a lot more sense than what I'm thinking. So leave a comment down below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.